Hey, hi. I'm Mona. This is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for February 26th, 2026. February 26th. Let me think. Oh, shoot, you guys. February 2, 26. 226, right? 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. 2026 is 10. So 10, 10. So today is a 10-10 day. Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? Those are for the people who like trip out on numerology sometimes. You know, I do. I do it all the time. Anyways, so I tried to go out and vote. We went for a morning walk, and then I came back here and I was sitting and I was like, oh shit, I gotta go vote, right? Because I don't like to go to places where there's crowds of people. I get high anxiety. You know, I have PTSD. I get high anxiety. My blood pressure goes up and I can get a stroke. This is why I don't like to be around big places. You know, I can feel the blood pressure coming up and the anxiety coming up. So that's what's good about me, because, you know, I don't take pharmaceuticals. I don't take any kind of things that kind of alter your mind to think other things. So when that stuff happens, I'm like, oh my goodness, I gotta go. And so I just leave, and it helps. I just leave. I don't need to stay around these places anyways, really. So I tried to go down to the school right here, Woodsboro High School, because that's where I voted the last time. So I went down there to vote, and they were closed, and I was like, oh darn, why is it closed? So when I was there, I saw this dude driving on one of those little John Deere carts. It was a school worker person. He was probably just checking the grounds, you know, normal. So I whistled to him and I said, hey, you know, to come here. And he came. He was a very friendly fellow. Nice, friendly, courteous. I said, hey, isn't there supposed to be some voting here? Did they move it? And he said, oh, no, you have to go to Refugio over there. And that's where the early voting is. And then over here, they have it on the 3rd. And I was like, oh, he's all, that's how I do it. And I'm all, oh, okay. And I'm on, I just need to bring my voter card, my ID, and my birth certificate, right? He's like, well, he's all, I didn't, you know, you don't, I don't think you need, I think you just need your address or your ID. I have everything. I have my whole entire DMV packet. Everything is organized and put together. So I have it all, everything together. Birth certificate, DD-214, divorce papers, whatever they need, it's right there. I have my VA card. So I am under the assumption that, yeah, it's cool. We can just go there with our ID and we'll all be cool. Right, but then there's that thing that's happening where people are going to vote and all of a sudden they're not registered. So I have my registration cards that show that I'm registered here too, and that's tucked into my driver's license packet. So we're gonna see, you know. I left the dogs here while I went to do that because I knew I was going to be right up the street, but I don't know if I want to leave them in the car to do that over there because it's going to be a quick process unless there's a big long line. Hopefully not. Then if there is, then they're just going to have to wait for me in the car. Put them in the shade in the car, possibly keep the car running with the air conditioning on, something like that. They can't be too hot, you know what I'm saying? So I have to figure that out. So we'll do that midday and I'll check it out. I mean, worst comes to worst, if it's too hot out there and I feel like I can't leave them there for some reason, then I will just bring them back home and I will go back. And that's it. You know, that's all I can do. So I'm going to see. I'm not voting. I'm going to see what's, you know what, in this town, I don't think anybody here, I don't care if it's independent, left or right, I think they are all able to be bribed by this family that lives here. So I really don't care for any representatives for this town or in the whole town of Refugio County. So I'm just going to have to make my best educated guess, you know. It is what it is, you know. But at least over on that other channel, I let people know, because there's people watching. Not everybody in the whole world is watching yet, but there's a lot of people here who are watching. And hopefully that they share my knowledge with others, because if they don't, no one's going to know. So, and that's not my fault. That's their fault. And they can live miserable here for the rest of their lives dealing with these types of people. I have no control over that. All I have is control over myself and how I feel about things and how I go about things. Yes, the town is getting ripped off. Even me, I'm getting ripped off too. But it's not as bad as these people. And I've paid more for water bills in other states. So it really is not much for me to really be bothered by it, except for the fact that I had to buy a $24,000 water system. That's fucked up now. That's a fucked up thing that had to happen to me. But I needed to, you know. My neighbors can't do that, though, and they're all dying and getting sick and getting, you know. And a lot of them, they don't like me because they just think I'm talking shit. And yeah, I am. I'm talking shit. I'm going to keep talking shit, and I'm just going to make, you know, the leaders of this town, their lives miserable, because this channel that I have over there, it's going to just stay there forever. So if anybody tries to come by and be like, oh, let's look it up on YouTube about this town, they're going to find out, and they're going to know not to stop. Hopefully, they just go around, because it's not even worth passing through this county. Yeah, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth patronizing anybody here. It's not worth anything. It's for your health. Really. I want to warn people for their health, you know. And that's all I can do. So that's what I will do. So, anyways. I did find that politician out there. I explained to him about the theft, so he knows. He knows. So by the time you guys watch this, they will have already chosen their county judge. But if this person, who I have a video about on the Woodsboro, Texas corruption channel, if he gets voted in, that person knows that they are stealing from everyone in this town. And if he doesn't do anything to stop it, he's basically part of the corruption. And people were manipulated into voting that person. He's a veteran too, but you know what? I don't give a fuck if you're a veteran. If you are doing terrible things to people, you're not standing up for justice. You're going against that oath that you stood up for when you went to boot camp. You are nothing. You are a disgrace to anybody in the military. So you're going against the Constitution. You're going against your own promise. You're a piece of shit if you're a veteran and you're in that party. It's just it, and that's just all. By now, you should have switched sides. And if you haven't, you're probably a pedophile, you're a criminal, you're corrupt, and all that stuff. So, what can you do? I mean, these are the people that we're dealing with now. Criminals, pedophiles, rapists, assaulters. It's terrible. Anyways, I try to live my days happy if I can. I try not to interact with anybody around here because I don't trust anybody, not even my direct neighbors. I used to think I could, but I don't. I've already caught one of them. Well, one of them is very nice and sweet. I don't know. I don't know about her, but there's another one that I just do not trust because I've already caught that person in several lies. If you lie to me more than twice, you're fucked. I don't even want to have nothing to do with you anymore. Because I can see right through people's lies and bullshit. So, and once you lose me, you lost me forever. Don't bother saying hi. Don't bother waving. Don't bother doing anything. Because I am ignoring you. Anyways. That's all I have for you guys. Try to keep your head up, you guys. For those of you who are just like me, like, I can't believe all this crap is... Well, I can. Because I predicted all of this stuff before it happened. I even have the posts on Facebook. I have it all there. Like, I predicted all this already, and people were like, oh, no, okay. Now look. It's happening, isn't it? All that stuff I predicted. Some people out here have gifts. They have real gifts. Okay? And we can't help it, unfortunately. And some of these gifts were brought about by trauma. They weren't just given to us out of thin air, no. They come from trauma. And then the gifts follow. It's so unfortunate, but it's like, it happens that way because you needed to survive those traumas to actually obtain the gifts. And I've been through so much trauma in my life. I've been through so much trauma that I don't think anyone here in this town or county could have lived through any of it. Not like I did. They're not strong enough. They've been groomed to be here and be weak. They would never survive. I had some kind of, crazy upbringing. But the parents are very strong. Some weren't very nice and some had some issues. But they were still strong. And when you live like that as a child in fear and trauma, you have a heightened sense of your surroundings. And unfortunately, that's me, high sense of my surroundings. And then when you add education into that, and then you add in living on the streets, homeless, having to protect yourself at all times, trust me, if you survive all that, I'm sure you have gifts. Gifts that you have not even unlocked yet. Or maybe you have. Because some of you might be listening to me and going, oh my God, she's right. I did go through this. I did survive that. I can totally tell when people are lying to me. There you go. You've been given that gift. You've been given the gift of knowing how to detect liars. You've been given the gift of discernment. You've been given that gift of reading other people's auras, most likely. And if you are resonating with what I'm talking about, you've probably been through a whole bunch of shit. And maybe in your town, nobody would survive that shit either, but you are strong. You made it through. Keep fighting. Keep calling out the people who are lying, cheating, and deceiving. Use your gifts to spread the word. You're always protected, especially if you are a servant to God. I'm a servant to God. I 100% believe that Jesus was spiritual. He was not Christian, or he may have been like Jewish and all that stuff, but he emerged spiritual because he went to study. He did what all of us are supposed to do. We're supposed to go and compare and study all religions and come up with our own conclusion. Jesus was a fighter. Jesus didn't take no shit. He knew he was going to die. He knew he was going to be murdered for speaking his truth. All these fake Christians out here, they don't even have history or knowledge of the Bible. I've already checked in certain areas. I've even went into churches and asked them some questions. They don't even know some things that they should know. And I'm not going to tell you. Because if you're a pastor or a priest, or you are here in this town, you should know this stuff. And if I lived in this town, I wouldn't give 1 penny to any of these churches because they are grooming you to do what they want. I wouldn't give 1 penny. Not 1 penny to any church in the county of Refugio at all. Not 1 penny. That's what they want from you. They want your money. You're going to be saved. No, you're not. Not if you contribute to that. Any church that accepts money from someone to be saved, that church or whoever is in charge there will definitely burn in hell. because that is not what God wanted, and that is not what Jesus taught. You can all pray to God. You can study the teachings of Jesus in your own home. God hears you wherever you are. It don't matter. God is everywhere. God is everything. And Jesus and all the ascended masters are all watching you. I mean, that's how I feel. I'm not a Bible person. The Bible's so violent and so crazy. That God is not my God. My God is loving and forgiving and all that good stuff, you know. My God, you know, if you've done bad in the past and you repent and maybe become a better person and do good for others and stand up for the meek and all that stuff, yes, God notices that. And your spark or your spirit or whatever will go to paradise. But if you're someone who's not doing that, but acting as such, you're going to burn in hell. It don't matter if you're a pastor, priest, or anybody. You're going to burn in hell. That's where your spark will go, to the underworld. If that's what you want, then that's what you want. I have a post on that other page. I think it was Ezekiel 25:17, where they have that Pulp Fiction. They have Samuel L. quoting that. He's right. It's from your Bible. It's from all your guys' Bible. He's going to strike you down. He's going to strike you down. This is for all those good Christians in my town. He's coming for you. He sees everything you do. He works through me. Or people like me. Anyways, I am totally getting a kick out of what's going on around. Before I was feeling a little kind of weird and unsafe, but now I don't. Because everybody sees the truth now. And and because also I know that I have friends watching out for me. That's another double wonderful thing, is I got people, you know, contacting me. Hey, what are you doing? Where are you? And you know, and I appreciate them. So I'm always being watched for sure by my friends, but I also know that I'm being watched by everybody around here. The leaders, the sheriff's department, possibly now that political person, and whoever else they are paying or asking to watch out for me. It's fine. You guys are just gonna be bored all day. It's okay. It's not a very exciting life. And then when I leave, that's when things get exciting. And ain't nobody gonna follow me an hour or two away. Or are you? I don't know. It's up to you guys. I don't care. Hope you're ready for hiking and enjoying life, because that's what I'll be doing. That's what I do when I leave. I enjoy my life. Anyways, we're already at 18:30. I just wanted to get that out, you know, because, you know, I did try to vote and all that stuff. Just want to keep you guys posted. I'll let you guys know how it goes later, probably. But that's it. That's all I have for you guys. I'm Mona. This is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for February 26th, 2026. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.